Hello guys, welcome back. Hope you guys are doing well. So I'm covering a series of Web Security Academy from Portswigger, and today we will solve lab number 10 from access control module of server side topics. And as always, this warning for you, this video and its content are only for educational purpose and I do not support any unethical or illegal act. That's being said, let's go to the lab. So this is the lab and it said user ID controlled by request parameter with password disclosure. Okay, so from last 3 or 4 lab we are playing around with the request parameter and with different conditions, right? So last time we had user ID, okay, and username as the user ID parameter, and this time that request parameter will lead us to the password disclosure or information disclosure, okay. And in this lab we will come up to a point, okay, which will connect the horizontal privilege escalation to the vertical privilege escalation, okay. So I will cover this when that point comes. Okay, so agenda is this lab has user account page that contains the current user's existing password. Okay, and pre-filled is a masked input. To solve the lab, retrieve the administrator password, then use it to delete the Carlos user, and we have Wiener and Peter as password. So let's go to the lab, and if you go to the source page, so we will get nothing here. Fine. In real world, when you go for the penetration testing, then you have to go and you have to see, you have to look closer, everything, each and every single and small point you have to take care about this, so that you should not miss anything, okay. But here it's not a very big application. So I will go to the my account page, okay, and for login I will Wiener user and Peter is the password. Don't save. Okay. So my account, logout and home, and two features here we get. The first one is to update the email, and second one is to update the password. But uh, as we can see here, as we log into our user, we get this page, and this page also contains the password, okay. But this is hidden, not hidden, you can say coded, so you just see points. But because the field type is password, so if you go and inspect the element, you will find that type is password. So if I make it text and make, just wait a moment, okay, now it's, when I make enter, so it comes in the clear text form, right? So first of all, this is the bad thing, okay. Second, when we click to the my account page, my account link, we get here the request ID parameter. Request parameter is ID and the value is Wiener. If we go to the Carlos, enter, and we get the same page, and two features are there to update the email and update the password. And we also have password for the Carlos user in the same form. So we just go to the inspect element, okay, and where is this, type is password. Instead of password, if we make that text and make enter, so this is the password for Carlos, I'm sure. So just copy this and Carlos, and the password is this. So let's log into the Carlos user, let's see and verify whether this password is okay, or this is the encrypted form of the password, or some kind of encoding is there, okay. So let's log out and and log in again. Now Carlos, and password I already copy, so I just paste that and log in. Fine, we are now logged in as the Carlos user. So up to now, we are escalating our privilege horizontally because we are gaining access on the same kind of resource as my normal user level, but the vulnerability here lead us to the vertical privilege escalation. So again, oh, why I logged out? No problem, let's go again. So what I need to do, if I go administrator, okay, enter, and we come up to this. Up to now, that was horizontal privilege escalation, but now when we get the password, also in the value it's mentioned. Uh, so I take this also, administrator, and this is the password for administrator. So now this horizontal privilege escalation vulnerability lead us to the vertical privilege escalation. Why? Because now by using this information, what we get from that vulnerability, with using this information, we can do the task which is only reserved for the higher authority or administrator level users, right? So that give us more privilege to do things like now if we log out and let's log in again. So administrator, and this is the password for administrator, and we are logged in as administrator, and you can see admin panel is there. So we got more authority, more authorization over the application. So I go to the admin panel and just delete the Carlos user to solve the lab. Fine. Thank you very much. If you find this content valuable, just like, subscribe, and share. See you. And I don't use burp suite because I don't think it's necessary. We already use burp suite. We can use burp suite also, and we can also make a script for this, but I think you can do this because it's very simple as before we did the coding. Same like this, you just need to change few things, few logic you have to use. Okay, so bye bye.